That's what I'm doing. That's the future. Maybe some kids.
Couple kids.
Yeah.
So everything is good there when it comes to that aspect, yeah? There's been no, I know that some people I've talked to have to use, whether it be like Viagra or they'll have to use, like there's like an injection, which sounds really painful, but I don't know, if you don't feel it, it doesn't matter.
I was using Viagra in my younger days, but eventually I don't really like taking medication. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like a natural person. You know what I mean? So I moved to the shot. The shot was working for a while, but then it stopped.
Oh, it stopped working? That shot's supposed to be like the good thing, I thought.
Eventually you like get immune to it.
Okay.
Because I'm like a rabbit, bro.
Let's go.
You know.
Shot. It's like this, like the Lil Jon song, but we ain't talking about alcohol right now. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You just getting off of work, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. You know what? I actually did see one of the big things I saw was that you guys put your wedding money into like your education and stuff like that. I thought that was one of the most amazing things that I've ever heard. Like that's intelligent. That's just pure intelligence. You know what I mean? Like
we try to do what's best for us. Look towards the future.
Yeah, like that's one day. Or it's an entire, you know, like what could potentially be like a lifetime of career. You know, that's awesome. Do you enjoy like the RN and whatnot? Like, do you like being RN? You know what? I'll tell you one thing right now. Nurses saved my life. It wasn't doctors, you know what I mean? Like they did their part, but like these nurses were with me every single day when I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 7 months. And I have transverse myelitis. I don't know if you've like heard of like the scar on a spine. It's sort of like, I guess it was started from an autoimmune disease, from Guillain-Barré syndrome, and then it kind of advanced in my body, created a scar on my spine. So I kind of woke up one morning paralyzed. It was a really, really wild experience, just figuring out life. It was wild. You've been in the chair for a while, eh? You've been in the chair for a bit?
Yeah, I've been in the chair for
20 years or something?
Like 20 years. Yeah, just hit 20 years.
So what, I only know what I heard from Big Boy, or not Big Boy, from Fat Man, right? So I was kind of doing a little bit of research, whatever I could from Fat Man, and like you guys were kind of chopping it up, having a good time, which I loved. Like I thought you guys had a great time on there, but I guess he's an old family friend and he knows a bit about you, right?
Right.
So what he asked you what happened, you sort of briefly said car accident, like you got hit by a car. What, like sort of, you want to tell me about that day at all, or what kind of ended up happening that day?
Honestly, man, I was a victim of racism.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
I was 11. The guy pulled up on a boat, was actually fishing, and he pulled a gun out on us. And when I turned to run, I was hit by a car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From a lady with Alzheimer's. She was like 80 years old. She stole the keys from her daughter.
So this lady had hit you. She had Alzheimer's. Just as kind of a loopier older lady. You were running away from this guy, and so were you guys fishing? Like what was his deal?
We were just fishing, man. I just, racism. He just ain't really.
Yep.
Like we said, add a couple words to him, and he pulled out the gun. He was like 18, and we was only like 11.
Oh, so for some reason I'm picturing this like old guy. Like I'm picturing like an old man, white beard for some reason. But yeah, so it was a younger guy. That's actually ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know.
He was a younger guy, man. But I'm blessed to be here, man.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, incredible. Like that's so when you were hit by the car, you were immediately rushed to the hospital. Like how long did you have to stay in the hospital?
Man, it's crazy because when I was hit by a car, it was actually an ambulance at a red light.
No freaking way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they actually scooped me up. I died on the way to the hospital.
Okay.
And then I died in surgery. But I was in the hospital for like, I want to say a year, and I was in like a rehab center for like 2 years.
Wow, so you really you worked for this where you're at right now. You didn't just kind of wake up and recover from your own body. You worked your ass off for this, man.
course, man. You know, I had to learn how to just relive life. I'm pretty sure you understand.
Absolutely. This is only 3 years for me. So like when I sort of was just playing baseball, hanging out with my buddies, and then when I went camping, it's sort of this autoimmune disease kind of came to be, and it was a really long story, but it really took a week for this autoimmune disease to kick in properly, and then I was put into the hospital, and we found out everything, did all the tests, and by the time I had woken up out of the coma from being in the hospital, they put me in a coma for 5 days. 5 days later, I was paralyzed, and I'd never walked again, and it was sort of this crazy experience. So I thought 7 months was a long time and like working my ass off, but you're in there for a year. Like that is how come so long? Like what ended up happening?
What happened was I was young, so my body really wasn't healing like it supposed to.
You were 11? Sorry, you were 11 years old?
I was 11.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
11 years old, man. So it just took, my body didn't even really hit puberty yet. Mm-hmm. So it took a while for my body to adjust. But the doctor basically told me the only thing that saved me is I played football. If I wasn't in this wheelchair, I probably would have went pro.
For real? Football?
Hands down.
No way. Tell me about that. What position you play?
Man, I played tight end, linebacker, and kick return, man. I was a beast.
What? Okay, so I seen that you played, so you guys are saying you played ball for Northeast. For some reason I thought I was thinking about basketball or like baseball or something like that. But like football, that's killer, man. That's wild.
Man. I was in the newspaper.
No shit.
Week, yeah, I was a beast, man.
Beast mode. That's wild. Yeah. So how tall are you? Like if you were to like stretch yourself out full length, how tall do you think you would be?
I have no idea.
You know, I don't know. I mean,
you ever really thought about that, eh?
Last time I held him up, like he's like the same size as me, and I'm like 5'10".
You're 5'10"?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's around the same size as you?
Yeah.
Give or take? That's not bad. Not too bad. I'm trying to think of you in football pads as like a younger player, right?
Yeah, because his little brother, like not his little brother, but his brother under him, he's like 6'3".
Yeah.
And
holy crap.
And he was bigger than him.
Yeah, I got a brother in the army, man, big guy.
Okay. So you feel maybe that if you had continued being able to grow, that you would be this bigger individual, like your brother?
Mm-hmm. Of course. Probably would have been bigger, man.
Bigger.
He would have been a lot bigger.
Because you'd be lifting. In the gym.
Yeah. But being in a wheelchair, it stunts a lot of stuff.
It really does. It really does. Yeah.
I mean,
what is it? They had said, I read something, we have like a lack of, I don't want to say it's testosterone, but it's like hormone or something. We have a lack of something, human growth hormone or something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I should probably go talk to my doctor about getting some HGH and getting fucking ripped here, because we're about to go a different route here, right?
Man, you gotta see my card, brother, bro.
Yeah?
You probably seen him on the skit. His name was Bo, the guy with the dreads.
I have seen. Huge dude.
He was going to the pros, but he actually was shot.
Okay.
By one of his teammates. But listen, man, I'm going to tell you a funny story. When I got hit by the car, he was actually there as a kid.
With you?
With me.
He was fishing with you and shit.
So when he became paralyzed, I was the first person he called.
Yeah, of course. And you know how comfortable that probably made him, as unfortunate as that is? Like you being able to be there for him and whatnot for like such a ridiculous time.
I'm so proud of him, man. The guy's doing good, man. I don't know if you noticed, but we just got into the bully gang.
Yeah, you get your own. I don't know if you. I don't know what that is, but it has something to do with your, like your channel, like your. Fuck, you're making movies. You want to make movies? What that is, or?
No. Okay. We bought dogs. We finna get in a dog breeding company.
Oh, shit, like pit bulls and shit.
Right.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And, he has his own rental car company. He just started, and I want to get into movies, man. I'm writing a movie right now, man. Like that's why I want to get into the dog breeding, because I want to get into movie production and also real estate.
Wow, so you got you got plans here. You got some serious plans here. I saw that when you were talking to Fat Man that you were saying that either you wanted to do a movie or like a sitcom of some sort. Like that's sort of in the works there, right? That's what you're talking about? Yeah.
That's what we on, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That when I saw that your big buddy there, I saw him on your YouTube channel. Like you two have a YouTube channel.
Right.
Right. And what is I forget what it is. R&T, some T and
TND.
TND, yeah.
TND crew.
TND crew. You guys still pretty active on that, or?
We kind of see YouTube, man. YouTube restricts a lot.
It really does. It really does.
You know what I mean? So we basically just focus on Instagram and TikTok, and she also has a bathing suit line, man. Crazy. So we just grinding right now, man.
It really, you guys are just picking shit out of everywhere and killing it, eh? Like really, like killing it when it comes to everything.
You know what I mean? She has a bathing suit line. You know what I'm saying? So, but TikTok, man, we like 60,000 strong.
Dude, you had 1 million views on one of your TikToks there.
Listen, it's going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
So here's my first like encounter with your TikTok. I asked you for it, right? And then earlier today, Instagram was down. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with Instagram right now? And so I'm like, oh shit, I got him on TikTok. He gave me his TikTok. So I went and messaged you, and I can't even fucking message you because you're not following me. I'm like, he's not even gonna get my message. He's got so much goddamn clout right now. I can't even get through to the man.
Man, listen, I gotta follow you. Make sure you text me.
Of course, man. Of course. That's awesome.
Man.
So you got the bathing suit line. You're an RN. Like, what else? You're killing it. That's awesome. An RN's crazy. Like working just to be a nurse in general, but to be a registered nurse to take that extra step and like make that extra bank, right? Like that's where it's at, right? I learned the difference between what an RN and what a regular nurse was, and like when I was in the hospital, I noticed that like as unfortunate as it was, like these RNs seem to care a little bit more, and I think that there's almost like this animosity between the two types. I don't know. It's weird. I'm in Canada, so it's free healthcare. Nobody really gives a fuck. That's sort of what I had to deal with.
Lucky you.
Right. I know. I feel bad for even just saying that, but like in the end of the day, like it's wild. Like it's wild, man. You were in the hospital, and you probably still got hospital bills, even, eh?
Man, listen. America sucks.
I know. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
She got all type of stuff going on, man. She got candles coming out, skincare products.
No way.
And we really just trying to do it, man. We really just trying to do it.
So you guys are taking this COVID pandemic thing to another level. Like, what the hell is COVID?
Trying to.
You know what? This COVID, it was a curse, man, because God bless a lot of people, man. A lot of people passed. But it also helped a lot of people find God. First of all, a lot of people found God, man, including me. You know what I mean?
During this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
And a lot of people, it gave you a lot of time to reflect on yourself and really get stuff together.
So you ended up finding God during this time for some. I thought you grew up kind of being like believing Christ and whatnot and going to church.
I mean, I've been knowing him, but it actually set me down to learn more about him.
Very cool.
That makes sense. So, so you know, I always put God first, man. I try not to do wrong to anybody. I try to, you know, give people the respect they deserve and just keep God first, man. And I feel like as long as you put the Most High first, man, everything else gonna fall.
There you go, right? Right in your life, buddy. That's it.
You know
That's it.
I feel like even my gift, man, like I didn't take comedy serious, man. Like, but then,
yeah, because I used to be like, oh my gosh, you are freaking hilarious. Like,
right.
Just before we were doing videos and we were just doing Snapchat, I used to record them all the time. People be like, oh my gosh, I need a YouTube channel, I need this, I need that. And it's like, no, you know, we just enjoying each other, you know, we just funny. But then, you know, we just finally took a crack at it after Get Out. Yeah. Our first video was the Get Out video.
Okay. I saw the first video I saw of you guys, and for some reason I took it as like maybe like a low key, maybe you guys met in church, but you guys were yelling or something like that, and you're like, what the fuck ever? You met me in church. Like, what are you talking about? And I was dying. Like, you guys, your videos in the car, I had to pause them sometimes. I'm laughing so hard. They're so funny, man.
Hey, I love doing videos, man. I love it, man. Like, see, when it comes to you, I can tell you love what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the feeling I get from videos, man. It's like, listen, man, even the dogs I just bought, I'm planning on doing they on the
Bully
TikTok.
gang. Yeah.
Doing little funny stuff with doing voiceovers with my dogs, man. Like,
yeah, you do great voiceovers. That's what I've noticed. That's something I kind of lack. Like maybe just using like an audio program and doing the voice like that. Like I never really got that concept to put my voice over top of something, and it makes videos so much better. You kill it. I've noticed that your voiceovers kill it.
Appreciate it, man.
So funny.
Yeah, man.
How did you two meet? Like when you were younger, or?
Crazy. Listen.
She's smiling. She's like, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, man. She's actually my best friend. I've been knowing him since preschool. She's actually his cousin.
Okay.
So I was in like a horrible relationship, man, for like 6 years. So
look at me, I'm getting butterflies.
You 6-year relationship, that's a long time, so yeah.
So I showed up to my best friend's house and I seen her. See, I'm 8 years older than her.
Okay.
So when I seen her, she was like,
I was in 10th grade.
She was in 10th grade, bro. And I'm like 20 something. I'm like, who that? He like, nah, she too young, bro. I'm like, okay. I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
So one day I just popped back up to my best friend's house, like years later, bro, and it was her 18th birthday.
19.
19?
Yeah, I was 19.
I was like, oh, she legal now.
Fair game. That's awesome.
I said, she's legal now. And after that, man, we just hit it off.
So, honestly, so you guys had known each other for a minute, kind of seen each other around a bit, right? Especially being...
No, we didn't really see each other around because the first time he seen me was the last time he seen me until he seen me again.
Oh, no way. Okay.
But it's like when we were talking and everything, I was like, babe, like when I had first seen you, I was like, that's gonna be my husband. And I told him that I was like, when I first seen you, I said, I know I was young, I wasn't yet ripe. I was like, that's my husband.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna wait on him. And when I see him again, he is all mine.
It's crazy because my birthday on the 15th, hers the 24th.
Of what?
September.
My birthday September 12th.
See what I'm saying, man? Like,
it's this Virgo connection we got going on or whatever, right? That's too much, man. That's awesome that you guys kind of like, I think that's a great story. And I think what you had said that when you see him or when you saw him, that you're like, I'm gonna marry that guy. Like, I'm gonna marry that guy regardless.
This was before I even knew anything about him. I didn't know that he was in a wheelchair. I didn't know anything because...
He wasn't sitting in a chair at the time?
No, he was in the car.
Oh! Okay, my buddies told me, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. My buddies told me yesterday I looked so normal in my car. They're like, it's great to see you. You look so normal. I was like, thanks, man.
He was sitting in the car and I was just like, and I just kept looking at him. I'm like, damn, I'm young, But I'm like, oh my gosh. So I asked because his homeboy don't have the best friends. Like, it's always something wrong with them. Like, they have
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, that's what
what is it?
They always really have like a lot going on. So I said, what's wrong with him? I said, do he got kids? Do he got like an ex-girlfriend and still think he's girlfriend? Like, what's going on? He was like, oh, nothing. He's just paralyzed. I said, oh, that's it?
Oh, that's it? Oh,
that's
no way.
I said, yeah, that's mine.
Wow.
Yeah,
what is your Twitter bio? You posted a picture being like, we went viral on Twitter, but scope the bio. And then I read it. I couldn't even read it. I was laughing my ass off. It's like, what in the fuck, man? That is the best. I need to tweet that, but tweak it a bit, right? It's hilarious.
No, I had tweaked it. I took the words out because when they posted on Shade Room, I noticed they shaded it out. And I was like,
saw that, yeah.
But at first, I had posted it on my Twitter years ago, like when I was still in high school. I posted that same quote, and I was like, I just posted it. I was just playing. I was like, that's what I'm finna do. I'm gonna get me somebody in a wheelchair. So when it all came about, he said it back to me, not knowing that I tweeted that like years ago. So he said the same thing, and I was like,
He's thinking.
I'm gonna put that in my bio.
See what happened realistically was he planted a brain ninja, right? He knew, right? He planted that brain ninja, and later on it went off. You're like, oh yeah, wheelchair guy, yeah. And then here comes Terrance. That's awesome, but it was hilarious. It was like get you a guy in a wheels because they don't do nothing or something, or because guys with feet are too busy doing something else. Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Get you a man in a wheelchair because boys with legs do too much.
Yes, get you in a man in a wheelchair because boys with legs do too much.
But you know what? It's hard for people in wheelchairs to have relationships, man, because women think they just got to do so much for them. Like, I won't have a life if it's not like that. We do everything ourselves, just in a different way.
Yeah, and it's so normal to me because he's like 100% independent. So it's so normal to me that people be like, oh, let me see your husband. I'm like, oh, go see my husband.
Bro,
and he's like, how does he do this?
Bro,
like,
she forget I'm in a wheelchair sometimes. No lie.
Yeah.
No lie, bro.
Yeah. Well, you do everything, right? Like you just said, like he does everything. So then it doesn't interrupt your daily life because he's doing his life, right? Like, and then you guys chorus, like it is what it is. That's fucking awesome.
People just undereducated when it comes to that, man. You know what I'm saying? A guy in a wheelchair could be the best thing ever happened to you.
That's right.
Agreed. You know what? I actually. There he is. Yeah. That's so funny. I recently very, very recently just got out of a relationship. And her father was in a wheelchair, and it made me feel incredibly comfortable, right? It made me feel super, super comfortable, and everything was good. And like I was able to kind of skip past all like the dirty details, like nitty gritty of whatever a wheelchair may be, like whether it be bathroom or whatever. Like fall out of my fucking chair, what do you do, right? Because some people might freak out to another extent.
You gotta tell him about the time you fell in the pool and your dog's gonna help you.
Oh, bro.
What'd you do?
Oh no, wait, but going back to the subject about like the girl's dad, the guy, he wasn't my dad, but he was like a neighborhood dad, and he took like very great care of me, and and he was walking at the time.
It's gonna get crazy.
Okay, buckle up. Lighten up a dude.
No, because the guy that took care of me.
You tell them a story about the guy.
Okay, so what happened to the guy was that he took real good care of me, and he ended up falling out of a tree and breaking his back.
Yeah.
So then he was in a wheelchair, and even when he was in a wheelchair, he still took great care of me. It was never a time he did not show up. I mean, he was gone for like a 3-month gap because he was so sick, and a body adjusting to being paralyzed because, as you know, you throw up a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
A whole lot of things have to happen for your body to adjust to a whole half of you not working.
Right.
But he still managed to still take care of me, still do everything for me. And babe, you tell your part because this is where it gets crazy.
That's crazy. The same guy that took care of her who was paralyzed, he taught me how to drive a car.
And you guys didn't know this at the time? No.
Because and I was like, because I always said, babe, I want you to meet him. I want you to meet him. You'll love him. I want you to meet him. I want you to meet him. And he was like, yeah, I want to meet him. I want to meet him. And then we're driving through the neighborhood, and he was like, dang, I know a man in a wheelchair over here. I was like, oh, yeah, you probably don't know this one, but, it's probably a few of them around here. And he was like, no, because he lived right here. He was pulling, he said, I'm going to show you where he stayed, and pulled it right in front of his house.
You're like, this is where the fuck we're going.
When he came out, he's like, what's up, man? I'm like, man, I ain't seen you in years. She's like, what's going on?
So he taught you how to do the hand controls, right? He taught you how to use the hand controls and shit like that?
Let me drive his car, show him how to do it when I was 15. Told me exactly how to get it. Showed me the people to put it in for me. Showed me the class I had to take, everything.
So it's like crazy.
He was taking care of you. Yeah, he was taking care of you and you. He was taking care of both of y'all without even realizing it.
Yeah, because me and Terrance always lived in the vicinity. Like, I know his whole family. I never met Terrance.
Always been a quiet.
I knew his mom. I knew his cousins. I knew everybody. I just never met him. Because even his mom was like, she looks so familiar. Yeah. And I showed her birth picture, and she was like, oh my gosh, Terrance, you don't remember her? She used to be over here all the time. I know her mom. I know everybody. And I was like, yeah, but I never seen him.
I was too busy being in the hospital.
I was just gonna say
that was when he was sick.
Oh, okay, throughout that whole time, Wow.
Crazy story,
this is
man.
so crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
I tell you, it gets so much crazy after you start to really dig deeper into it. It gets even crazy. It's like.
So I mean, your family knew him, kind of growing up, or like his family knew you, your family knew him, kind of situation. You never knew each other, so there's got to be tons and tons of fun ass stories with y'all you got to even know about. Yeah, you know, like so crazy.
She like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, okay. Now tell me about that happened.
Oh, all right. So when you said falling out the wheelchair, so I had a pool in the old house I used to stay in, and I fell out the wheelchair purposely into the pool, and I was like acting like I'm drowning, but I can swim. She can't swim. She can't swim. She was panicking, man. She was reaching her foot out to me like,
not jumping in, not nothing. She's like, I can't swim. Here, take my sandal. Fucking.
And then I'm like, and he's drowning, and I get on my stomach, and he don't have on any clothes. He had on like pajama pants. So I grabbed him by his pajama pants, and then he come back up the air, and he grabbed the curb, and I'm like, babe, I'm trying to hold him here, trying to pull him up out of the water, and then he gonna go like, and fall back in the water. And I was panicking, and then he was like, "No, I'm just playing. I can swim." I was like,
"Terrance."
She was pissed.
That's hilarious. So you weren't even in swim shorts. This was like a whole thing. You set this whole thing up.
Yeah.
And that's where that's what he does. Like that's where, and I saw this. You had mentioned, or I heard this. You mentioned that you don't write anything down. This where it just can't comes to head sort of thing. You're like, it comes to my dreams.
It does. I don't write anything down.
Even his skit with the handicap symbol.
Okay.
Yep. Did you see it?
I saw every skip. I saw everything. I went off. Yeah.
So that he had mentioned that to me. I think around the time last year, but we just did it. When we did it, we did it last year.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I remember he mentioned it to me. He was like, "Babe, this thing just came in my dream," and I was like, "What?" He was like, he just explained it to me. So since I was recording, I was like, "Look, you got to do it this way, and we got to do it this way, and we got to do it in this amount of time. And if any word stretches other than, I kind of directed it."
Yeah.
He gave me the idea only because I was holding the camera that I made everything,
Director, producer.
Yeah.
Director, producer, wife, swimsuit creator, RN, superwoman.
I don't write anything down.
Have you thought about it? Have you thought about like writing something down before?
The movie. That's about
it.
Movie,
right?
Even with the movie, it comes to me in a dream, not just.
And even like when we have time off or whatever, when he comes up with it, we just go ahead and go do it before we forget it.
And everything is right off the top of the head.
And everything is improv.
Yeah. That's crazy. Did you ever end up getting onto the comedy stage? I remember you were talking to Fat Boy about wanting to get on the stage, and you never. I don't know.
Think about going ahead and doing it. I've been kind of skeptical about it, hesitant.
What makes you skeptical?
I don't know, man. Just the fact about just sitting in front of people and they staring at you, and you know what I mean. But I'm just gonna do it, man. I'm really thinking about doing it.
Yeah. I mean, it feels comfortable behind the lens, but at the end of the day, if you do like want to get to that like big point, you're gonna have to get in front of somebody, right? Like somebody, it could be that one comedy skit live where she's out in the audience videotaping you post that, somebody sees that shit, right? It could be it. You never know, man. You're funny as fuck. Simple as plain and simple. Like
thank you, man. I try to be. Yeah, I think I'm just doing it, man. I'm just gonna make it happen.
Do it, man.
Got to.
Absolutely, man. So what's the plan for the future then? Like are you working right now, or like you, other than little projects?
I was working for a company, man, but they discriminated against me.
Okay.
I was working there a year. I recently just quit. Probably like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is crazy recent.
Yeah, I was working there for a year, and I wanted full time, and They just kept saying we don't have any positions right now, but they was hiring people that wasn't in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was hired. They was there for 3 months, and they was getting them full time, and I was there for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like it was a sign from God, man. Forget that. Just do what you do.
So you left.
Yeah, I had to, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, you know what I'm saying?
Because they weren't even giving him, like, you know how they say, oh, you get like 15 hours part-time? He was getting like 10, maybe even 7 hours a week.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't even survive off that. You waste gas. That's a waste of gas. Fuck that.
I just took my savings and bought a dog, just bought another dog, get in the bully game.
Cool.
Do my comedy, focus on my movie, support my wife for her clothing line, and we gonna make it happen.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So that's what I'm doing. That's the future. Maybe some kids.
Couple kids. Yeah. So everything is good there when it comes to that aspect, yeah? There's been no, I know that some people I've talked to have to use, whether it be like Viagra, or they'll have to use, like, there's like an injection, which sounds really painful, but I don't know, if you don't feel it, it doesn't matter.
I was using Viagra in my younger days, but eventually I don't really like taking medication.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more like a natural person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I moved to the shot. The shot was working for a while, but then it stopped.
Oh, it stopped working? That shot's supposed to be like the good thing, I thought.
Eventually you like get immune to it.
Okay.
Because I'm like a rabbit, bro.
Let's go. Shot. It's like this, like the Lil Jon song, but we ain't talking about alcohol right now. But yeah, yeah, kids. Hopefully.
So what I did was I went to the doctor in Miami, just got a penile implant.
Oh shit!
Best thing that ever happened.
I've never heard about that. That needs to be like talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth every dime.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, man. So this is where you're like, oh, now we can think about in the future having kids. Everything's kosher there. We don't need to be worried about pills, shots, this, that, and the other thing. We're kosher. Fucking right, bro. Fuck, that makes me happy to know that you guys are kosher in that sense.
The penile implant is amazing, bro.
That's wild.
It's amazing.
So what is it? You just press a button? Like, talk to me about that. What is that?
It's like what they do is they put two like
it's like you could say like balloons, kind
of. Two balloons on the side of your penis.
Yep.
It's literally like a slit they put in it.
Yep.
Put two balloons on the side of it, and it's tubes, and it's like on it in your stomach is just like a bag full of water, like saline. And then like in your nut sack is like a small ball, and you just pump it, bro. It can hold up a wet towel, bro. I tell you, no lie.
This essentially, like forget wheelchair users. This is what women are doing with their breasts. They're saline, like, I don't know, it's not saline, but whatever is in the breast, like, it's a fucking right.
The top doctor in South Florida, he looked out for me, man, and you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna last. I'm about 80 years old, bro. I go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a day if I want to.
That's it. Like she's already exhausted. Yeah, dude, that's a miracle, man. That's incredible. The fact that it lasts till you're 80 years old. I mean, most guys shit stops working when they're 45, 50 anyways. Well, who knows?
Exactly.
Like, it is
man,
so
I
like,
be telling people, man, listen, you can say what you want,
but you need to see Dr. Ricky. All right, he'll take you to another place.
It's
fucking awesome, man.
It's beautiful, man.
That's beautiful, man. So how about you? What are you thinking about?
Say that again?
What are you guys thinking about other than kids? Like, what's the future for, like, specifically life? Like, do you guys have a modified home sort of thing? Like, you guys are comfortable where you live?
I mean, before, like, our living space is dope.
Yeah.
But we have stairs in the house, and even before we got the lift, Terrance used to go up and down the stairs, no problem, with or without his wheelchair, anyways, because he's just been practicing. But we just kind of miss everything being on one floor,
Hell yeah.
Honestly, man, I would love to move to Cali.
Okay.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my goal is before I'm 50, man, I want to at least have like 5 homes.
Real estate, right? That's what you want to do.
You know what I mean? And I just want to have. I also want to get my own kennel
for the pups,
right? And you know, just have a whole category of movies, and just with me and my partner, the guy that shoot all my movies. Shout out to Chuck and shout out to Dread, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Brothers right there, man. They believe in us, man. They don't charge me a dime, bro.
Really? They just believe in the craft, man. They believe in your craft.
Yeah, because the thing with Terrance is, you know, Terrance likes to put money in everybody's pocket. Like, it's not just, okay, it's going to be my money and I'm going to break it off with you, break it off for you. No, I'm going to put you in a situation to where you can make your own money. I'm going to put you in a situation to where you can make your own money. So you don't have to feel like you're entitled to be with me because I'm paying you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I am, man.
I mean, that's good and bad, right? I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to it, but I think in the end of the day, you have like a pretty good plan. I think your whole outline for the future, it seems to be pretty kosher in the fact that you're like, okay, I got this. Like you have like a whole garden full of crap that you guys are going to be killing in the future. Some people don't even have one job, right? And it's like relying on the government. You're in a wheelchair.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen, man. In a couple of years, all us be on top, man. We'll be in Canada.
Hell yeah!
You'll be surrounded by co-hosts, and we'll be up there talking. You'll be like, man, you remember we did that?
Way back in the day when we could finally get in person with real mics and headsets and, you know, smoke in person and do whatever, right? Like, right, man. So you've been a comedian for 4 years now? Like, properly caring about it, whatnot? 3.5, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I started
taking it serious this year.
Because like we've been doing like videos here just for shits and giggles, but then we like really started being real consistent. Like he just told me, he was like, babe, we not posting enough. I said, so what you want to do? I want to drop a video every 2 weeks. Cool. And then when it came to TikTok, I had created my TikTok. And then when he went, I said, go ahead and create a TikTok, babe, for both of us. And my separate one is not really the one I'm really worried about right now. But when he posted the first video, it got 9,000 views.
Yeah, it went crazy.
That was just 9,000 views. And
on the first fucking video.
Yeah.
I don't get like 150 views on my TikTok, man. Like, I don't get shit. So that's saying something, right? So there you go.
He was like, and then he was just like, babe, we got to get on TikTok. TikTok is too easy. So then I was like, post something else. You know, we got a few couple of post something else. And then when we posted the one with the NFL, we weren't expecting it to get 1 million views. We were just trying to be like, oh, you know, this is another 9,000 views.
It just happened overnight, bro.
And it just happened. And I'm at work, and it's like, oh my gosh, I know you. I said, you know me from where? Yeah, I work here. It was like, no, you're the girl from TikTok. I'm like,
everywhere we go, people recognize us, bro. People at her job, like, are you? You know, like people, we go.
Even when he was working, it was like, you Denise husband. I'm like,
bro, he
is.
You wouldn't imagine how many discounts we get when we go places.
Oh
That's
my
fucking
gosh.
sick.
It was one girl, bro, was in the mall, and the girl just run up and hug her, bro. I'm like, she hugged the girl back. I'm like, you know what? She like, and the girl like, oh my God, I'm y'all biggest fans, and I'm like.
And then we just so happened to go into her store and she gave us a discount.
Bro, let me tell you a story. We went to get married because we didn't want like an extravagant wedding. We went to the courthouse, bro. Like just me and her. He was like so fat. He wanted to throw me a big wedding. He was like, because you know, every girl wanted a big wedding. I was like, that's too much money. One dress, one day, with a whole bunch of people you're not even gonna be able to ask $20 from. That's
you never wear that dress again. It's like not even like
Bro. So we go there to the courthouse. I think we just want to file the paperwork.
Yeah, that's what we just filed the paperwork.
Bro, so this guy, this big guy with dreads, he hop out the car and he walking up to us. So my mom, I'm like,
here we go.
I'm like, oh man, like what you did to this dude? She like this here. He walk up, she put a setup like, he like, nah, man. Listen, I'm y'all biggest fan, man. Can we take some pictures? I'm like,
yeah, I have put up my defense when I was like, I ain't gonna be
all right.
I'm like, yeah, you can get a picture. I'm like, man,
I have some of this right now.
I'm like, I thought you were from paralyzed from the neck down.
Get off me. Yes, man. So he was super chill, man.
He just want to take pictures, man. So it's all love, man. It's like, I enjoy it now.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff like that is so like, I can't wait to even get to that point, right? Like I am myself, I'm a content creator. Like this podcasting is just a new and really fun. I really started to enjoy this podcasting more than I thought I was going to. And I'm usually just streaming games and the occasional YouTube video. And I would love to get to that point, like even to listen to that, to be recognized and whatever, like especially around my area. Like I live in a very small, secluded area, just to be like incredibly recognized for that guy in the chair. And I mean, hopefully my significant other one day. That feels good. Doesn't like I feel like that would be like inspiration, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the reason why we enjoy it so much is because I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for you. It takes us away from our situation.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but that's so true.
It takes us away, man. Like it's just for that moment, for that 30 minutes or that 5 minutes.
60 seconds.
Yeah, 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You totally forget about I'm in a wheelchair. Or like you get what I'm saying? Bills.
Do you get pain at all? Like I'm in pain a lot. I get nerve pain. Like in my legs.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I have like scoliosis, like horrible, bro. Mm-hmm. And it's so expensive here, man. I'm like, the hell with it. You know
because it's just what 200,000 for the surgery,
that's
and then it's it's 100,000 for the surgery, and then that's if you have insurance,
right? And
then all the medical bills that come with just staying in the hospital, and just letting them dress your wounds, eating, all of that adds to a quadrillion dollars. That it's 100%. Like, damn, like that's. And you wonder why people in America are so sick and don't nobody want to go to the hospital.
I know. It's so terrifying, man.
I'm gonna definitely make it happen, dog. Because I forgot you asked me what my goal in the future. I want to work with celebrities. It's hard, bro, because they really don't recognize you.
No.
And everybody just want money. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like Drake, I know he played Aubrey, right? Mm-hmm. In a wheelchair.
Aubrey Graham.
Right. I want to do something. I want to do something with him. I want to do something with YouTube. I want to be the first person in a wheelchair as far as comedy, just to inspire people with disabilities.
Yeah. I think there's a very small group of us. I really fucking do. There's really a small group of us. I don't understand why more people don't come out. I mean, obviously it's got to do with the depression, like the things we go through, pain or whatever it may be. But like these people will see our videos. These people will come out of the woodwork. And whether it be like them joining us and creating content or just come to say hi, it'll be awesome. Like I think that's what the future is for us.
A lot of people have came out though.
Yeah.
Like with us.
With you guys,
They see, because at first I didn't let anybody know that Terrance was in a wheelchair because I didn't want to face the backlash. But then I was like, I have I don't give a attitude. Mm-hmm. So, I give you what you give me. If you say, oh, your husband can't do this, I'm like, well, guess what? He don't have to. Like, they was like, oh, your husband can't walk. I said, but yours can, and he still don't do anything for you. I said, so,
Yeah.
And it's like, once they see how comfortable I was, in my situation, they was like, you know what? All right. So then, like, all these guys in wheelchairs start following me, and I was like, man, you got to be incredible lucky. What we go through on a day-to-day basis. We just can't even have a simple, pretty girl. Everybody think we can't do this and can't do that. They think once they see like a wheelchair, I think they think mentally disabled, physically disabled, mm-hmm. Personality disabled. Everything is just broken.
Immediate insults. Like whether it be said out loud or not, I can see what you're saying almost by the way you're looking at me sometimes, or by the tone of your voice. Like you don't need to talk directly down to me. You can fit like you have to, but like don't actually do it, right?
Talk like a human, man. And another thing I want to do, though, I would love to have like a convention, man, and just.
Oh shit, that's a great idea.
Man,
a cripple convention. Let's fucking do it.
You know what I'm saying? Big crip gang.
You know, I went to one before. The same guy that took care of us, he took me to one.
See what I'm saying?
The same guy?
Yeah, the same guy. When he first got into the wheelchair or whatever, once he started to get healthy and get strong and everything, he was like, okay. He got, like, my mom had 6 kids, so he said, everybody come with me. And he said, this is the judge-free zone, you know, we're not going to pick, we're not going to point, we're not going to do nothing. We was like, no, we're not going to do that because we don't do it with you.
No kids point, man.
Yeah, so he took us out there, and we were riding on the bike.
Hand psych, yeah.
We were in the boat with our hands.
That's what we need to do, bro.
They were riding horses.
We need to have a event. Everything is accessible. Mm-hmm. Just everything, food, boats, bikes, games we can play, basketball, everything accessible. Because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of things that we deal with is we can't do everything everybody else do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We can't walk on the beach. We can't. We restricted. So we just need to have an event that we can do everything, bro. Mm-hmm.
Well, not even just what I get from that is not even just for us to be able to physically do stuff, but like for able-bodied people to see this. Like there is a pathway. There's a pathway to get onto these beaches, but y'all need to install it, right? Like, and it's like it's just certain things. Like these little kids, like she was saying. Like you got to be able to take to this, I guess you got taken to one of these conventions or whatever, but you as a younger kid got to see this and got to experience that, and you probably didn't point, or not you, because you knew your friend in the wheelchair, but younger kids wouldn't point if they had seen this already and like been told, like, look, this is normal, this is how they do their shit, right? Like I just think that's a super educational thing for able-bodied people.
And you know what? You know what else? I feel like every school system should have a class about that too.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Like one of them, like even one of those half classes, it really wouldn't take much.
Just something. Just something. You know what I mean? Like
you do like civics careers. I had to do like a half class bullshit of learning nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Like I would rather take disabled 101 than civics. Or something. Like I don't know, man. You get to learn some shit because sometimes you'll see like the disabled people going down your high school or your school or whatever, and you want to know what's going on. You're like, I wonder what happened to that guy. I wonder where he lives, how he lives, and stuff like that. Like you grew up, like you were young. What happened to you? You had to grow up in high school or do whatever in like elementary school, and I'm sure it pretty was rough.
Man, that was the worst years. Middle school was the worst years of my life, man. Kids was cruel.
I guarantee it. Yeah.
I'm just lucky I had some cousins that'll beat their asses.
There it is.
It was cruel, man. It was cruel.
Did you end up getting through high school and all that, or no?
Yeah, I went through high school. It was pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Because after a while in high school, man, you just become that guy. You know what I'm saying? You always the guy in the wheelchair. It's always just one you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to this day, everybody just know me, man.
That's sick. Yeah, you get lit up.
Bro, everybody know you. You wouldn't imagine how many people know me, bro. Even before the comedy, they just know me.
Yeah. So you guys grew up? You guys grew up in Florida, or?
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Okay. Is it the same small little area that you guys are in now that you grew up in, or maybe moved out a little bit more?
Probably like 15 minutes away.
Oh, okay. That's the same area. Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of Florida, man. We trying to get up out of here.
Because you know we stay in the part of Florida that we don't have to worry about getting cold. Most of the time.
Right.
So we're South Florida.
And plus, there's a lot going on down here, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay. Yeah, last time I went to Florida was year and a half ago. It was probably 2 years ago, actually. I just went to Clearwater. Went to Clearwater for a week, just that area, Jacksonville, whatever. And I was like, this is really, because Canada's not accessible. Like there is not like where I'm at, like, unless you go to like the bigger cities like Toronto or whatever, like, it's really not built for us by any means. There's no, I don't know. It just seemed like Florida was much more involved with it. Accessible. Like, I don't know, there's vets. There's a lot of vets around, like war vets and stuff like that. And like, I've seen quite a few people in wheelchairs.
And it's a retirement state. So.
So many of us Canadians go there because it's warm. Like,
man, next time you come to Florida, man, we gotta link up.
100%, 100%, man. 100%. I'm gonna be driving down there next time I go, because I finally got my license, man. I got myself a nice Infiniti G37. I go real fast, man. I go real fast. Yeah. I didn't want to get. My buddy's like, "Are you getting a van? Like, we can soup this van out. We'll get spinners on." I'm like, "Yo, come on. We're not 15. Like, I want to get a nice little car, something that doesn't like scream paralyzed." Yeah. Something
grown and sexy, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Throw my little Instagram tag on there, and maybe you follow that and you're like, "Holy fuck, that guy was in a wheelchair." Like, you follow that because you think the car is nice, and then you realize the guy driving that car was in a wheelchair. I'd be pretty invested in that. You know what I mean? So
you know what you listen, bro.
That's what you had on your car. His car was really flashy, and he had a Transformer logo on it.
Like what? Like that? A little Transformer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro.
Hell yeah.
You know, I just had like what's it called? Epiphany.
Yeah.
Epiphany?
I just had a vision about you, bro. You know what you had to do to take your podcast to the next level?
What's that?
You gotta start going in public and asking people questions.
Okay. Just like about paralyzed people? Like,
it would just be, like you saying something about awareness. Start educating people, bro. Start asking questions. Would you date somebody in a wheelchair? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that would take you to the next. Nobody's doing that right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that.
You know what I'm saying? All you need to do is get.
And you have the personality for it, so I'm pretty sure once you
I appreciate that.
They're not gonna be like,
"What the hell is this guy doing?" Yeah, I gotta make sure, like, I'm not dressing all Raggedy Ann, right? Like, I make sure I look all right.
What I'm gonna do is I got a couple people. I'm gonna get on your podcast. I'm gonna get my cameraman on here. I'm gonna get I know a couple models. I know a couple rappers, singers. I'm gonna get a couple of people on your podcast, man.
Dude, I'd love that, man. I would love that, man. More the merrier. Like, this isn't just specifically for disabled people. Like, I try to do it to where it's like, so Parks is my last name, Parkes. And then I did like the Parked, and I'll do all that with the disabled people. And then the Rekt side would be like smoking weed, like hanging with rappers. And like, cause I have a couple friends, like just different people that I meet, right? And telling stories, like chopping it up, right? Like that, if you in any way, shape or form could hook me up with anybody, I would have a great time with them. Absolutely.
I'm gonna support you, bro. I'm gonna support you.
If we don't do anything else.
Yeah, we're gonna support you.
Yeah, you guys kill it.
I like the vibe, bro.
I appreciate that.
Positive vibe, bro, and you know, it's a blessing just to be on here with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm definitely gonna link you up with a couple more people, man.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, I think that's a great way to kind of segue out of this. No, I think I think that you guys. Yeah, I think you guys. It was great meeting you. I'm really happy you came on as well. Like, honestly, we would have chopped it up at a great time, but she killed it as well, right? She really was able to tell her side and kind of give her point of view with certain things. So that was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us as well. Yeah. Yeah. So, yo, if you guys want to give your Instagram a shout out, though, because that is a big deal. Like, that is a big deal, that Instagram.
The Instagram is a shout out, baby.
Mine?
Yeah, booty.
Okay, so my personal page, don't take it the wrong way, but it is Pull My Dreads.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna follow you, but I wasn't too sure. Yeah. Pull My Dreads. That's fucking hot. Give her.
So that's my. Oh my gosh. So that's my personal page. It's PULL_DREADZZ.
And I'm gonna have the links for every one of these Instagrams that you guys post as well. I'll have them all linked down below.
And then my boutique page is Bouquet. So it's BOOQET_boutique. So
Okay.
BOUTIQUE. And that's where you can get all my latest creations.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Yeah. I'm excited. What about you, homeboy?
My IG is big_Papa_Willie. BIG_PA_WHEELIE. Follow me on TikTok.
Yes.
Oh, yes, TikTok.
At The Hunts09. That's at THEHUNTS09. Listen, man. Y'all just be ready.
Like, comment, share if you would.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what it's all about, man. Just spreading love and making sure that everybody is eating. Everybody's got to eat, right? And it doesn't take nothing but 2 seconds to share it.
Anybody wants to do, like me and my friend, we were doing like business shout outs. So you shout out my business, I shout out your business, and we can all get money together. That's it. It doesn't matter if we're doing the same thing, you know. You can't sell nothing like me, and I can't sell nothing like you. So,
I need a promise from you.
Yeah. What's that?
If you get that new studio, your first studio, you make sure you get us there.
100%.
You're gonna be your first guest.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first. I got called out. When I get my new studio and everything's all set up, I'm going to have the Hunts on it, and that's the way we're going to kick it off then. That's how we'll do it. Right?
Hold you to that.
All right. Well, it's been recorded, so I got to be. All my followers, all my people will hold me to that to the end.
Yeah. So then you're gonna have to start interviewing outside the door until we get there. Like, so you can't step in here. We're sorry.
Listen, man, that new wheelchair, man, needs to make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And send me a copy of this, man, so I can put it on my TikTok.
100%. I'm going to edit it all up. I'll chop it all up, and I'll send it all to you within a day or two.
Say no more, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Take care, guys.
Appreciate it. You too, man. God bless you.
God bless.